Welcome to Complexity Made Simple. My name is Paul Allen, and before we get into today's video, well, I'm just going to remind you the 3 books that are on sale. Drink tea and read the paper. If you're a green belt and a black belt and you want simple instruction on how to apply your skill, design of experiments for 21st century engineers, and finally a statistical process control for small batch production. They are all available from lulu.com and the links are in the video below. Welcome to the latest video, and in this video newsletter what we're going to talk about is why you need statistics in your business. Now for most people, I know you've been through some statistical course, probably when you were doing a degree, and the stats had no meaning, they bored you. When you ask people, do you enjoy statistics? Most people say no. But folks, you've got to get some statistical skill into your business, whatever your business is, and here's why. You see, in your business, this principle is present, and it's present in everything that you're doing. Every number you have in your business is an Every number you look at in your business is an estimate. And I know people don't always believe this. They go, well, it's maths, 2 and 2 equals 4. That's not an estimate. No, that number's not an estimate, no. But you don't get numbers as clean as this in lots of calculations. You get numbers like this, the square root of 2 and 10 over 3. What do they produce? They produce recurring numbers. What do? Well, you cut the end off, don't you? You round them up. And the minute you round them up, you create an estimate. And that's just in mathematics, by the way. I'm not talking about the fact that you estimated how much money you made this month, or you estimated what the closing balance was this month, and that type of thing, or you estimated what the size of the diameter is here for this particular pen, and you use that estimate to judge the rest of the batch. That would be an estimate. You took one sample to estimate what's going on in the rest of the batch. It's an estimate. You're constantly doing it. In manufacturing, we're sampling constantly. We take one sample and we use it to draw the conclusion about the rest of the batch. But it's an estimate. So if you accept this, that every number you look at is an estimate, what's the next sensible question you should be asking in your business? Well, what you should be asking is it a good estimate? Because if it's a bloody awful estimate, you're about to make an important business decision on a terrible estimate. So why would you get terrible estimates? Because you can't be asked to work out a proper sample size, for instance. So your sample sizes, the timing of the samples could be wrong. So for instance, you might, because it's difficult, you should randomly sample, but if it's difficult to randomly sample, you might take the top layer off a pallet, for instance, and sample there. Well, there could be some cyclic reason why the top of the pallet is always bloody good and the rest of the pallet is a bit more variable. So you could be sampling in completely the wrong place. You could be taking the wrong sample size. You could have measurement error. Another important reason why all of your numbers are estimates is because your measurements are guesses. You have a guessing stick. However brilliant or fantastic or calibrated it is, it still has measurement error in it. So it is still an estimate in and of itself. So you have measurement error. Why else might you make have bad estimates? Maybe you're comparing you're comparing two sample groups and you don't understand the risk of doing that, the risk of making a bad decision. Now, all of these things are based on the fact that all your numbers are estimates. Statistics will help you to make sure you get good estimates. You understand the risk of comparing two estimates. You understand whether there's statistical movement in the results that you're seeing. And by the way, this isn't complicated skill, but it is absolutely necessary skill. Every number in your business is an estimate. Every number in the environment is an estimate. So the government tells you what the GDP is. They tell you what house inflation is. They tell you what wage inflation is. They tell you the unemployment statistics, all of that kind of stuff. Every month they give you all of that guff. It's an estimate. How good an estimate is it? By the way, some of those numbers are bloody awful estimates. We should know that. We're going to make a big national decision about interest rates and things like that on terrible estimates. You're going to make big business decisions based on terrible estimates. You're going to make some bad decisions and cost your company fortunes. That's why we need stats. Basic, simple statistics helps you to understand your estimates, and it helps you to make more money.